Okay, so let me start this particular session now. This is the group task session, and I'll be providing you a list of certain traits of the leader. This is also one type of task which is given. I'll provide you the list of traits a leader should have. You will first write 5 best traits which you find leader should have in your paper. You will write that individually, and then we will open the house and we will discuss. And through consensus, I want the list of 5. And those through consensus which you get, also you will write on the paper, and you will submit that paper to me. That means there you submit in in the interview, in the GT. So this is also one of the types which they ask. वो पहले आपको लिस्ट देंगे, आपको उस लिस्ट में से अपने फेवरेट 5 निकालने हैं, 1 2 3 4 5, एंड फिर आपने डिस्कस करना है और कंसेंसस से 5 की लिस्ट निकालनी है, एंड दोनों को अपने पेज पे लिख के आपने सबमिट करना है. दिस इज हाउ इट इज. So now let me provide you that list of 15 traits a leader should have. I hope it is visible to you. Can you see all the 15? All the 15 yes. Are visible?
Yes, sir.
So what you have to do is you are to write these 5 best which you find. Like suppose you find discipline is the best, so you will write number 1 discipline. Time management is number 2. Vision is something like that. If you find knowledge is the best, best trait a leader should have is knowledge, so you will write knowledge as number 1. तो इन 15 में से जो आपको बेस्ट 5 लगते हैं कॉपी पे अपने पेज पे लिखो 2 मिनट के अंदर, और फिर हम डिस्कस करते हैं, एंड देन वी विल रीड द कंसेंसस. Okay, so I think you people have already noticed now, written all your 5 points, and now we want to go for discussion. Let me tell you, this is a group task, and you people are to reach a consensus by discussion. Don't spoil the task, don't spoil the group performance. Be very, very smooth in discussion. You will get sufficient time to discuss. So take your time, talk to others, take their point, and obviously you will have different lists, different points, but try to convince others or get convinced. And at the end, as a group, your performance will be gauged on the basis of how smoothly you people discussed and what points you gave. There's nothing good, right, or wrong answers in these kind of things, but yes, consensus building is very important. So suppose at the end you did not build a consensus, group performance is not good. And if you obstruct others or do not participate properly, then your individual performance goes down. So that way you are to listen to others, you are to give your own points also and reach the consensus, right? So now I open the house. Please start discussion. Unmute each one of you. Unmute yourself and start discussion.
Good evening, friends. Myself, Himanshu Tiwari. I am here to discuss this task, and we have to find the 5 traits that everyone has. So first of all, we want to know that what is the leadership. So leadership is a process by which a leader can guide and influence the behavior and the work of others. So it's an ability of the individual. So there are so many traits they have. So one of them I have defined that discipline is important in every leader. So what is your take on that? The discipline should be there in leader.
Yeah, I think discipline should be there. In India, you can take example of Mahatma Gandhi. He lived by discipline and encourage others to live by the uh, discipline also.
I
And
want to add one
uh,
more example is there, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who also lead successfully our country.
yes,
Yes, a successful leader must have punctuality because they should have time management skill and to time do work, and they should have also knowledge suitable for explaining to others, so that mm, uh, whose fans can understand him and get him, and intelligence of a leader must have very good.
Okay,
So
friends,
Yeah,
I
what
want to add one more point, courage,
yeah,
which is very important for a leader, because you have a courage to do you have the courage to do well, or because in every success you have to take on responsibility, and you have to take responsibility in failure also. So courage
yeah.
will be a part of the leadership.
Okay. In addition, I would like to add a point that definitely time management, knowledge, and courage are important qualities which a leader has to possess. But before that, I think a leader must have a vision of what he has to do, so that if he has a clear vision, means he can see what can happen in the future. So based on his vision, he can develop a plan on how he have to achieve his vision. So then, after defining a plan, he can plan on this time management, like how much time he have to spend on each of these tasks, and then comes the usage of his knowledge in order to achieve his vision. So that's how I think we can prioritize. So the first quality which I think comes in the first place is a vision, next is the time management, and next is the knowledge.
I also agree
And
with the vision quality, but it comes after the discipline. I want to add something. The vision should be there in every leader, and the
mm,
leader's vision includes travel to you the path where it goes. So the vision
But
should be there.
Himanshu, I am not agree with your point, because without vision, how you will achieve your goals? If you do not have vision, so how you will work
No,
on the
no,
work?
I'm agreeing with the vision, but I'm keeping vision after discipline.
Yeah, okay. But every institution and every organization, they achieve their goals by
With the vision.
considering their vision only.
Yes.
Okay, friends, one more point we have to add, like focus on the objective, because if we do not have any focus, then we cannot go ahead. Like uh, if a leader have a uh, common goal with his employees, then then leader can easily achieve that goal with the employees.
Like that.
I think if leader is disciplined, then and discipline and he has good vision, then he can have eye for goal also.
Yes, a leader must have good motivational skill and self-confidence because most of the follower following him and gaining motivation from him, like any motivational speakers on the mastery you can see. He have very confidence. Every leader should have very self-confidence much more and any motivational skill.
Yeah, friends. Also,
Okay,
I
friends,
want
up
to
to now,
mention,
what points we have considered? Because we have
Actually,
to choose the
self-confidence
one
and
points.
motivational motivation, give motivation to follower.
also, friends, I have to add one quality, that is character, because if you gain any position or you are in a great
Like you want to say
position, suppose,
personality.
so your character matters there. If your character is not
Obviously,
good
I agree.
and you
agree with
got a
you.
position which is a very good, but you don't have good
And
character,
according
then
to
what is
you,
the importance of
I
that?
want to say one point. Personality means you want to say personality appearance also required for a good leadership.
Yes, yes. I'm saying
Actually,
knowledge.
if we consider the discipline, then there is no need to consider the character of the
Yeah.
leader.
Yes.
Discipline
Character
itself
also
actually.
Yeah,
coming with
if a
personality.
person is a disciplined means obviously his character will be good enough. So we don't have to put
Yes,
both these qualities. We can choose anything among them.
yes, we have
Yes.
I
considered
think
already discipline.
Yeah, discipline, vision. Now I want to come here on the knowledge part, because every leader should have their knowledge in their domain, because without knowledge they cannot guide their
Yes,
followers.
I agree.
So
I agree with
Yes,
you.
I agree with
Yeah,
Himanshu.
yeah, knowledge.
And I think next we can consider is time management quality. Because in order to, as I said earlier, in order to achieve a vision, we'll be focused on our objective, and then we'll be defining a plan, and then we have to be more concise about the time management skills. So I think after discipline, vision, and knowledge, we can consider this time management quality.
Can we
Yes, yes.
consider risk-taking capability also? Because if you are doing any risk to do work, then
yeah.
I
we
I'm
can
think
also
achieve
thinking in the same manner,
on time.
because
risk
without
taking
taking risk,
capability and courage should be in the same category. I think.
Yeah.
If
hmm,
Yes, yes,
they have courage, they
kind
also
of.
have risk
yeah,
taking
yeah.
ability. Yeah.
so
So can you enlist how many
can
points you have mentioned?
A good leader should have social skill also, so that he can make news in throughout the news. We can see, we can know for any leader social
so
skill, so
up to
that
now
any
we have
statement.
come
Yes, tell.
Yeah,
up to
we
now
have
Yes,
we
go
have
completed both.
okay,
we
go
have
ahead.
Yes.
discussed about discipline, vision, knowledge, and courage,
Yes, yes.
right?
Yes.
Then
And
Yes, yes.
courage,
I
yeah.
think fifth
And
point. This
focus
is
also.
remaining is only fifth point.
Uh, I think
I think I want.
I will the point which I consider is honesty, or maybe if any of them
Yes, yes.
wants
I'm
to
Yes.
Yes, I
okay,
think honesty is fifth point.
because
Actually, I
if we are
want to
doing
put
any
sympathy in place of honesty.
okay,
okay. Good,
Sympathy,
Bharat.
Please
sympathy
clarify.
any
for the
reason for it?
employees. I want to put sympathy in place of honesty.
Okay, I am with the
Hmm.
honesty, because integrity is the most important.
I think majority of we
There
are
in the
What do you
people
leader.
mean by
who
integrity?
So
Please explain
to
integrity
it.
is
honesty.
integrity comes with the truthfulness, because
Yeah,
every leader should have integrity, and truthfulness is honesty simply. So I am with that.
Honesty
The
is
honesty should be there in the leader.
Yeah. I think most
yeah.
of
Even
the
I'm with the honesty because a leader
Okay,
under
let it
leader
be.
definitely there will be a number of people. So if he's doing any task means definitely he must be honest enough and transparent enough, and he must let his employees also to know about what he's doing, so that there won't be any misconception between the employee or the leader and the employees. So definitely I consider honesty as one important quality which a leader has to possess. So
Yeah, I think there is no need for sympathy, because in the work there are if we are doing work from honesty, so there is no need, no place for sympathy. I think everyone is same for the leader, and they are working with them.
एक्चुअली
So
सिंपैथी उस तरीके से नहीं जैसे अपन किसी को मोटिवेट करना चाहें अगर तो सिंपैथी उस तरीके से यूज करिए, उस तरीके से मैंने बोला इसको मोटिवेशन
Okay,
की
you,
तरह।
you want to say that motivation should be there. The
हाँ,
motivation is fine,
मोटिवेशन अगर
but
कोई एक
Motivation
या दो
comes with
एम्प्लॉय ऐसे है जो
empathy, like
मतलब अपने ऑन द मार्क नहीं पहुंच पा रहे, तो उनको मोटिवेट करके सिंपैथी के थ्रू उनको अपन टीम में एज अ फाइनेंस
no,
बना
I
सकते हैं,
think
आगे बढ़ा
I
सकते हैं।
motivation both are different things. Sympathy and motivation are both different things. So if you want to say it's motivational, the leader should be motivational. That should be there.
yes.
It should be there.
Yeah, but best suited is
Okay, let it be
honesty only,
honesty in
I
the
think also.
5 qualities.
And a good
I
leader
agreed with
also should
honesty.
have open-minded so that he can don't hide anything from employees.
yes,
Obviously,
he
open-minded
can
होना चाहिए.
he can also discuss with his employee about various things and take every point with take everyone's point and take decisions.
Yes, if you have honesty, then you will do all your work with the proper manner, and you will realize that this is my work and I have to do it. If you have honesty, I think also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So up to now, what point we have considered in 5 qualities?
First one is
Discipline,
discipline,
vision,
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 knowledge,
Honesty.
courage,
knowledge,
and
courage,
Please
honesty.
courage and honesty.
speak only one person so that we can
Okay,
end this.
we all are agree with 5 qualities.
If there is anyone who did not agree with this, they can share a point.
Please,
On
one
which
of your
point?
group member mention all the points.
Yes, yes. I think these 5 traits should be there in the leadership.
Yeah. So first is
And does anyone wants to change the order when prioritizing the qualities?
so can you repeat?
Like, no, we have prioritized the quality, right? The first one is discipline, second is vision. So does anyone have any ideas of changing this prioritization of qualities?
No, there is no priority no, because this should be in the man,
Okay.
yeah, in that person. So
Okay, then
I
fine.
think these all are at a time.
Can
Yes,
we put knowledge on the first?
Sorry?
Can we
you
put
repeat
knowledge on the first?
Yes, you
I
can.
am
Knowledge तो
also thinking in the same
पहले ही
way.
होना चाहिए.
Yes, I'm also
Yeah,
Knowledge
you can
को
put
first
any
रखना
के
है.
much,
knowledge के अलावा
anyone
तो कोई
anywhere.
honesty, disciplinity तो नहीं आता.
Yeah,
ये तो
you can
जानना
put
जरूरी है कि
knowledge
discipline
ऐसी चीज
के
है
लिए
जो
तो
कि आपको
knowledge होता है.
सिखाएगी कि आपको
Knowledge,
कैसे जीना
then
है.
vision, then discipline, then
Discipline,
courage,
courage,
then
honesty.
and
Yeah.
then honesty.
Yes.
Okay, are we done now?
Yes, sir.
So can anybody come
Yes, sir.
forward and conclude all the points?
Okay, sir. After a healthy discussion, we as a team are providing you a solution. Like we have to put knowledge on the first, and then vision, then discipline and courage, then honesty, sir.
So you said knowledge first,
Yes, sir.
and then
Then vision.
vision, huh?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir. Then discipline, then courage, then honesty.
Courage and then honesty. अच्छा, अब एक चीज सुनो ना, वैसे तो सी आंसर वो क्या करता है, अब वो तुम्हारा डिस्कशन सुनता भी नहीं है. वो क्या करेगा, he will compare your list which you have written earlier with the list which finally is there and try to see where is the matching. You know what is the logic for that? Logic is if whatever
Yes,
you have
sir.
written,
What you are thinking, like,
not thinking, whatever you have written in the beginning,
You convince
obviously
others.
all of you will try to pull the discussion in that direction. Suppose somebody has given knowledge as number 1, he will he will convince others also to accept knowledge as number 1. And if it is accepted, that means he is having convincing power and he is trying to pull into your and logic also. Obviously, you cannot convince without logic. So that is where he compares. And if match is there, if totally match is opposite, then you get less marks. If match is there, you get more marks. That is how it is done. This is one of the good ways. So he has data, he will take your page. So earlier you thought this, now you thought this. So he will take that, and in the interview also sometime he asks why you thought in the beginning punctuality, now you are saying knowledge, but at the end you agreed knowledge. Why it is so? He'll ask you also that why you thought in the beginning punctuality. That kind of questions are asked. And if I talk about the leader, try to understand leaders. Leader is a general term. When you talk about Pope, he's also leader. King Charles, he's also leader. When you talk about Narendra Modi, he's also leader. When you talk about some Ambanis, they are also leaders. So leader can be in different field of life. He can be a business leader, spiritual leader, political leader, military leader, anything. And requirements of each profession or walk of life are different. When you are a spiritual leader, something else is expected from you, maybe character. Political leader, I don't know, I must say that or not, character may not be very important, because when the people go to jail or that they get more votes. I don't know. If you see the background of politicians, you'll find that they've gone and come back many times jail. Nowadays, the way we see shameless people, joining one political party and leaving another political party, do you think character is becoming a criteria for that? May not be. And maybe for military leader, discipline is very important. Second thing I want you to understand that if you talk about discipline, if you talk about, let's say, knowledge, if you talk about, let us say, this, you have given a point of honesty. When you say, why you want to join IOCL? What is there in you which makes you suitable for IOCL? Sir, I'm honest, I'm disciplined, I'm intelligent, or I'm having knowledge of my field, hard skill, soft skill, I know. I'm not going to recruit you as a leader, but still you have these traits. That means you are a good employee. These are the traits of good employees, not leader. And even there is a difference between leader and manager also. Manager is not changing the system. He is following the system. He is following the rule. He does not create the rule. Manager never challenges the existing system. He wants to run the system. I recruited you as manager in IOCL. I never expect one day you come to me and say, sir, entire thing needs to be changed, overhauled. The vision is to be changed of IOCL. I never expect you to do that. You need to be honest. You need to have character. You need to be disciplined. You need to be punctual as employee also. So whatever is there in employee, you need not to mention that. Leader already has that. So here 5 most important points was which separate employee from leader. Who among us is disciplined? Everyone. Leader also, worker also, follower also. So then, is this special trait for leader? No. Discipline, you tell me, you are misunderstanding the topic actually. Leader has discipline, but only discipline does not make you leader. That's what my point is. Discipline make you good employee. Who among of all of you is not having knowledge, is not sincere, is not having character, is not having discipline, is not punctual? If that is the case, you will not sit here for GD today. You will not have got a call from Maharatna company in India. You have those traits, but I don't think any one of you is leader, because leader you become with pace of time and you have traits for that. So those things you need to tell, like I give you example, risk-taking capability. Followers, workers, managers may not have risk-taking capability. Leaders take the risk. When you see some interviews of some people, like we talk about these people, big business tycoons also. Elon Musk, you talk about. You will listen to his story. He will tell, I've taken a lot of risk. Without taking risk, people don't grow actually. You need to take risk, many risks in your life. Then, so risk-taking capability is not cup of tea of everyone. You can't take those risks. So that is, yes, worker may not need risk-taking capability. Courage, worker may not need. Honesty, though, everybody needs to have, even worker needs to have. So honesty does not separate a worker from leader. Courage separates. Risk-taking capability separates. Vision separate. Does worker have vision? No. Manager has vision? No. If manager has vision, how he will work under leader? He will never work. Vision, maybe vision is there with the leader. That is how you need to do punctuality, sympathy for others. There are leaders, military leaders and all, who may not be sympathetic to others. You will find that He's a great leader, but he's not emotionally sensitive for others, or he's not having, those things are not there. So these things you need to keep in good human being. Now, good human being, worker also needs to be good human being. Everybody wants to be. So these are traps. These are traps. These do not separate a leader from normal man. Our parents are good human being. Our friends are good human being. That is, we are good human being. Whatever definition you have of good human being, you all satisfy that definition. So how leader separates from you? So that is not a point. So you need to think of intelligence, knowledge. These are not the points. Actually, leader does not need to have knowledge about particular thing. There are people I know who know nothing about the ventures or the businesses they are running, but they have different kind of acumen, not knowledge. Here, I think knowledge relates to hard skills, knowledge of your field, your domain. That is how it is, right? So that's all from my side. I think you have discussed well. All of you have discussed well. Marks will be on the basis of, you can give yourself marks. If the 5 points you have given 3 match, then you get good marks. Whatever 2 lists you have written, if 3 match, you get good marks. If only 1 match, you get less marks. 2 match, you get less. 3 good, 4 very good. 5 obviously is that way. That means you have identified those. And sometimes he sees what is the first, what is the second, something like that. He will check it. That is how these marks are given. So he will do something. He will observe you talking. You have talked very well. Previous group was totally chaos. They did not listen to each other. They were fighting. This group, you are talking nicely. So you will get marks. And if 3 points match, then you will get 7+ out of 10. That is how it is there. Now, anything you want to ask or tell? Any points?
Sir, sir, if I take 5 points my own, and after consensus there are 5 points, but if he thinks that some other 5 points should be there, then if will he give marks?
That simply means you could not convince others to take any of your point, or you did not think that properly, because so many people are talking. It is very it is not it is not possible that none of good point will pop up on top 5. If so many people are giving their points, they will identify some of the points of leader. So none of your points are matching. That means you have thought differently and from your group.
Sir, I think सर मैं ये बोल रहा था कि जैसे मैंने 5 पॉइंट लीडर के लिखे हुए हैं अपने पेज पे, और जो कंसेंसस होने के बाद भी हम 5 पॉइंट पे आ गए, और वो दोनों हम मेरे मैच कर गए, पर जो हमें इवैल्यूएशन दे रहा है उसको वो कोई और 5 पॉइंट लग रहे हो कि ये 5 पॉइंट होने चाहिए और आपने गलत किए, तो वो मार्क्स देंगे या नहीं?
क्या होता है कि एक्चुअली मार्क्स तो तुम्हें मिलेंगे, मार्क्स इस बेस पे मिलेंगे. I told you if 3 match you get marks. I told you the criteria. He may also think that yes, if you given very good points, which actually he thinks are of the leaders, you will get marks even if matching is less. That is totally subjective to him. It is totally subjective. You cannot know actually. It cannot be, because if you have given the points the way I gave you, it was my duty to convince others. If I'm not in position to convince others, that means I could not basically take everybody along with me. Group task mein, my judgment is okay. I have given right answer, but I could not make a group consensus. I could not make, and he's going to check the consensus making style also of yours. You know, the best person scoring very high in the group task will be who made all the wrong answers in this and convinced everybody also for that. As per my list, all the wrong things you have written, 5, and finally consensus also those 5 are coming. He is the best. He will convince people, like selling fridges to Eskimos. You are selling the fridge to Eskimos. That means you are giving wrong answer and convincing everyone also that this is the right. But if you're giving right answer 5 and not convincing other for that, it totally failed. You were right and you could not convince that you were right. You were wrong and you convinced everyone that you are right. Tell me which one is good. That is how it goes.
Yes, sir.
So that imagines, right? So sometimes he is looking for that fellow. Bloody, he is not having any right answer and he convinced everybody for that. So pick him up. He's the best person. You understand that? He's having extraordinarily good marketing strategies, marketing skills, convincing power. Sahi point ke liye to you can convince anybody, but wrong point ke liye also you convince people. That is a big thing. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chalo, then I catch you tomorrow.
सर GT के लिए इंट्रोडक्शन सेम होता है?
Yeah, so more or less same, but tone is different. The style of talking is different. In the group task, you are friends, and GD mein you may be enemies also. So in the group discussion, you adopt some kind of assertive posture. That is a marketing thing. This is a problem-solving thing, actually. Here you have to give a solution.
इस ग्रुप में किसको सबसे ज्यादा मार्क्स मिलने चाहिए?
जिसके मैंने बताया ना, जिसके मैच कर रहा है, जिसका मैच कर रहा है, अपना लिस्ट आपके पास है, मैच कर लो. अगर मैच कर रहा है तो मैं ज्यादा मार्क्स मिलेगा उसमें. This is how it is. Now you have both answers with you, and this sheet you deposit to them. So they will be having your sheet. What is written, something like that. They interpret it, and there are multiple interpretations. That is open to them. Multiple interpretations. That this guy has given right answer in the beginning, though he could not convince others. Only he was the right person, all other were donkeys. That is what he will say. He was very right, yeah? He gave all the right answer, but he could not convince others. The interpretation is his. He can make any interpretation, right? Done?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, then tomorrow there are multiple sessions. If you guys have not done, participate in one of the sessions of tomorrow GDGT. Okay.